Welcome back to my channel. In this video, I'm going to tell you why you should never buy leads. And if you're buying leads right now, why you need to stop and what you should do instead and how you should do it. So I'm not just going to tell you what to do. I'm going to give you practical stuff. So by the end of this video, you feel comfortable doing what I'm recommending you, and you will know how to do it too. By the way, on the description of this video, you're going to find a link to download my new script book for free. Top Listing Agent 2.0. All of my scripts are in that script book. So make sure that at the end of this video, you click the link and you go download it. Okay, so why you should not buy leads. I wrote a few things down. Number one is you shouldn't pay for leads because leads are free. How are they free? Now, let's think about this. If you're watching this channel and this video, you're interested in being a listing agent. You want to take more listings. You're not here because you want to learn how to work with buyers. If you are, you're on the wrong channel. So you could just exit this video now and go find somebody else to watch, because I talk about listings in this channel. So you want to take more listings. Why would you pay for listing leads when they are free? What do I mean free? Expired listings. These people want to sell their house. They were just for sale up until yesterday. They're free. They're in your MLS. For sale by owners. They're all over the place. They want to sell their house. They don't have an agent yet. These are listing leads. Not only are they listing leads, they're the hottest listing leads you can get. You don't have to pay anybody to get them. Now, I wrote this down. When you call around the neighborhood, let's get outside FSBOs and expireds now. In a random neighborhood, are there people there that want to sell their house? Yes, absolutely. If you call that neighborhood, any neighborhood, or you door knock, you're going to find somebody that wants to sell or know somebody that wants to sell. If you talk to enough people, you're going to find one. When you're walking around the grocery store, the coffee shop, or wherever you go, is there somebody walking around that's interested in selling their home? Yes. You don't know who they are, and you're not talking to strangers. Nobody knows you're a secret agent. Nobody knows you're a real estate agent. So they're out there, but you don't want to talk to anybody, so you're not going to find those people. So then you think, okay, I'm going to buy leads. Why would you buy them? So I think a lot about this kind of stuff, okay? Because I coach real estate agents and I've been doing it for a long time. I think agents do it because they want to avoid prospecting. So, and why do they want to avoid prospecting? Meaning, calling or door knocking or talking to people about buying or selling real estate, because they don't feel comfortable handling objections. They're afraid that whoever they speak with is going to give them objections, that they don't know how to respond, and that fear causes them not to want to do it. Okay, I believe that's the bottom line. I'm going to solve this problem for you today, because I'm going to tell you exactly how to handle objections over the phone. And it's easy. You don't even need to learn objection handlers. Although, when you download my new script book, you're going to find the most common objection handlers are there for sale by owners, for expired listings, for pricing property, for listing presentation. You're going to find the objections, the objection handlers. But the beauty of this is that over the phone, you don't want to handle objections. I don't care what the objection is. I have a friend in real estate. What is your commission? Have you sold in my area? Some objections, you might have to say something a little different, but there's a step-by-step process that you go through when you hear an objection over the phone that makes the objection go away and you get an appointment. That's what you want. You want an appointment, right? If you don't want to set appointments, if you just want to waste your time talking to people, pretending that you're working and doing something, don't use my scripts, okay? Use somebody else's scripts, because my scripts are very direct, effective, and you'll get appointments. So, um, I'm going to tell you the 4 steps to handling objections over the phone, but then I wrote this down. I thought, okay, so you buy leads because you don't want to prosper, because you don't want to get objections. So agents think that if they buy leads, those leads are not going to have objections. I mean, are you serious? Like, they're just gonna, you're like, call them, you get a lead. Most of the time, when you're buying leads, you're gonna get buyer leads anyway. You don't want those, you want listings. But let's say you got a listing lead and you think you're gonna call that lead and they're just gonna say, yes, come list my house right now, and that's it. They're not gonna give you any objections. They won't ask you any questions. They're just gonna list with you at the right price, and that's the end of it. I mean, I don't think you actually believe that. So you not wanting to prospect and talk to these leads that are free and buy leads in the hopes that they won't have objections, I mean, that's an illusion. You're hallucinating. That's not going to happen. They're going to have objections. And you're not the only agent that has those leads. Other agents have it too. So they're talking to other agents. They're gonna ask you about commission, all the objections that you fear. They're gonna ask you, and you're gonna have to learn how to handle those objections. So if you're gonna have to learn how to handle those objections, then you might as well just speak with the leads that are out there for free, like all the people around that are selling their home specifically, and the best ones, hottest ones, like I said, FSBOs and expireds, my favorite. Now, 4 steps to handling objections. Okay, you call a for sale by owner and they say to you, I don't want to pay a commission. How do you handle that? Here are the steps. Number 1, you're just going to listen. And what I mean by listen, because it sounds so obvious. Yeah, of course, I'm talking to them, I'm listening. What I mean is that when you're speaking with them, you're not in your head. When they're speaking, you're not thinking about what to say. You're not scrambling, looking for the script in front of you. I have notes in front of me. No, you're not doing that. You are intently just listening to what they're saying. Step 2. Step 1 is super easy, right? Step 2, you're going to repeat and approve their objection. What does it mean to approve? It means to say something that makes them feel like you heard what they said and you completely understand them. That's what approving means. And repeating, you repeat to make sure that you understood it correctly, and you say stuff that makes them feel like, okay, she gets me, she understands me. So if the objection is, I don't want to pay a commission, you say something like this. And by the way, regardless of the objection, okay, these are the 4 steps. It's an exception, so don't worry about the exception. Just learn how to handle the rule, which is going to be most of them, and you're going to succeed. And then when you start succeeding, and then there's this odd objection here that you have to handle, okay, then you learn it. Don't worry about that right now, okay? So how do you repeat and approve the I don't want to pay a commission and make them feel heard and understood? I'll say something like this and say their name, use people's name. It's very powerful. So if I'm speaking with John, I'd say, John, I hear you and I completely understand why you don't want to pay a real estate agent a commission. You're looking at this process from your perspective thinking, I can do what real estate agents do. I don't need to pay a real estate agent. That's going to take money away from my equity here. So I'm just going to do this myself. I don't need to pay an agent. I completely understand. And quite honestly, John, if I was in your situation and I thought that I could sell the house for the same price that an agent can sell it for, I'd be thinking just like you. That's it. Okay. I said a lot of stuff. I mean, maybe you don't even have to say all that much, or you could. I would. It's perfect. Because now, actually, this for sale by owner, they're used to speaking with other agents out there that make him wrong, are using scripts that make no sense, throwing the entire kitchen sink at him when they give him an objection. This for sale by owner is gonna hear you say there, and they're gonna go, in their mind, they're like, well, this is weird. This agent is different than everybody else. What do you mean you agree? You do what I do. You know, they're like, people want to be right. When you make them right, they're more likely to stay on the phone, engage, and hear what you have to say. When they feel like, whether by something you say or how you say it, when they feel like you're making them wrong, like what you're doing makes no sense and it's not going to work, and you should hire me for because of this and that. Like now they're feeling like what they're doing is wrong. It's like, so they're going to defend it. That's what people do. So repeat and approve, validate, make them feel heard, understood. Step 2. Step 3, ask a question that causes them to doubt what they're doing or whatever their objection is, and will spark their curiosity. So in my script book, you have the FSBO closes, expired closes, which have these types of questions. Okay, so you have them all there. I'm going to give you one that applies to, I don't want to pay a commission. I would say, after the repeat and approve, I would say, and John, I got to ask you, if I can show you a way where by working with me, you would be able to net more money than if you were to sell it yourself, is that something that you might be interested in looking at? It's perfect, okay? You're gonna get FSBOs that would actually just say, I don't know how you could do that, but I mean, sure, I guess if you could, I'd be interested in looking at that. It'd be that easy. And if they give you another objection, when you download the free script book, you're going to have a ton of options of where to go from there. You just got to be listening to what they're saying so you respond appropriately. And then step 4 is very simple. When they say, well, I'd be interested in looking at that, you say, great. I'd like to come by and meet with you for just 20 minutes and show you exactly how I'd be able to benefit you financially in the sale of your home. Would 3 o'clock work for you today? Would 4 be better? It's just a close. It's just a close. Those are the 4 steps. If you follow these 4 steps, you don't need to buy leads in the hopes that they won't give you objections. You are going to get objections from just about anyone. Objections could be a little bit different, but some random person that wants to sell their house somewhere, they could have a friend in real estate. They're going to ask you about the commission. There's a neighborhood specialist. Their neighbor is a realtor. All kinds of stuff. So stop throwing money away in the hopes that somehow you'll be able to avoid the objections. Just learn how to respond. The steps I gave you are very simple. And if you have any questions, put them on the comments below. Let me know if you have any comments as well. I'd love to read all of your comments. Thanks for watching this video, and I will see you on the next one.